going to show you how to find a unique, in-demand, profitable product to start selling on Amazon FBA. And not only am I going to show you how to find that product, I'm also going to show you how to find a supplier for that product and work out the profit margins as well to make sure that it's actually something worth selling, right? Now, today, we're focusing on Amazon private label, where you're going to be creating your own listing under your own brand name, where you're the only seller. You're not going to be sharing the buy box with loads of other sellers. This isn't like wholesale, OA, or arbitrage, where you're competing with loads of other people on the exact same listing, selling the exact same product. You're going to be selling your own brand of product under your own listing, and you're going to be the only seller. Right. Now, having said that, you don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to design anything new. All you have to do is some thorough product research to see what kinds of products people are buying. And you're going to look to sell that exact same kind of product in a way that just visually looks a bit different, right? You don't need to invent anything new. You don't need to design anything new. You just need to make it look a bit different, right? So just to be clear, it doesn't need to be different. It just needs to look different, right? Now you can start this whole process of selling on Amazon with private label with just £1,000, as long as you know you can save up another 2 to 4K in the coming 6 to 12 months. The first £1,000, you're not using much of it. You're just holding on to it while you do some product research, just like we're going to do here. And in that research, you're going to come up with about 5 ideas that you can see have loads of potential. You're going to test them out in around 20 or 30 samples. You're going to list them on Amazon, and you're going to see which of those 5 products in the real world is actually the best seller. And only once you know exactly what that winner is, are you going to use the rest of that 2 to 4K slowly that you've been saving up over 6 to 12 months and incrementally push it towards this one winning product to scale up your business through that, right? Now, you're not going to have to keep pumping more and more money into this. Once you've actually scaled your Amazon business by reinvesting it into that product, you're going to use the business's turnover and profit to keep the business maintained and growing as well, right? Now, with this, guys, it's important you know that finding a product to start selling on Amazon FBA isn't going to be quick and easy. It's not something you're going to do in 5 seconds. It's going to take time. But the thing is, people are going to be buying from you because you sell a product that is good, right? They're not going to be buying from you because you've got a cool logo or a brand, or they really like your marketing. More than anything, people are going to be buying from you because you've got a good product to sell, right? So focus on finding a good product, something that's in demand, of a unique niche and high quality. Now, it doesn't matter what ideas you come up with, there are already going to be products for sale on Amazon around that idea, right? So it's completely understandable that many of you think selling on Amazon FBA is oversaturated, and I agree, it is oversaturated with very poor, very cheap Chinese scrap. The opportunity to sell on Amazon FBA, to make money selling on Amazon, is on the more premium side of things, right? You never want to try and be the cheapest seller on Amazon because there's always someone trying to be cheaper than you, and you're not going to win a price war against Chinese factories, Chinese sellers, and bigger businesses. There are people who are always looking for the cheapest products, but you're not worried about them. You're going to focus on a large segment of the UK population that buys based on value or perceived value, right? Because you are really selling through an Amazon product listing. So it's more than anything about how your product is going to be perceived, right? You can make your products better than your competitors, but it's more important that you make it look different to your competitors. You can add additional functionality, benefits, design aesthetics, even additional accessories. But more than anything, it needs to have a visual selling point so that when your customer sees your product in the search results, it catches their attention and is more likely to gain a sale and gain a click. Right. Now, I'm going to show you a step-by-step example of exactly how to do this using Helium 10 to find your own private label product, just like this, where you're not reinventing the wheel, you're not designing anything new, you're just seeing what kind of products people are buying and looking to sell that exact same kind of product with a unique visual feature that just looks a bit different to your competitors. Right. Now, when you do this, what you're going to do first is log in to Helium 10. Now, if you don't have a Helium 10 account, you can get a basic subscription or a more advanced subscription using my link in the description. So click that now and get yourself a very decent discount. Now, we're going to open up Helium 10 just like this. And what you're going to do once you're in here is you're going to go to products. You're going to go to black box. Once you're at black box, you're going to make sure you're toggled over to advanced first. That's the most important thing. Then you are going to select your home domain. So in my case, that's the UK, right? For most of you watching this, you're probably going to be focused on the UK. So the UK is the one that you're going to focus on. Now, we are going to select a set of categories. These 8 categories are where I myself, my clients and students have all made the most money and where it's probably the easiest to start and you don't have massive players trying to push you off the market, right? So these are the 8 categories that I'd recommend you looking at. And that is automotive, DIY and tools, garden, home and kitchen, lighting, pet supplies, sports and outdoors, stationery and office supplies, right? Now, the review count we're looking for is a maximum of 100, right? We don't want to be seeing product ideas that have thousands of reviews because that's not realistic to be able to compete against, right? Now, in terms of shipping size, we don't want to be, looking at like office desks or anything. You want to be looking at things that are relatively small and easy to ship, store, and deliver as well, right? So we're going to click small oversize, small letter, large letter, small envelope, large envelope, standard parcel. You're going to skip standard oversize and go for these two as well, right? So you're selecting everything except large oversize and standard oversize. The maximum weight you're looking for is £4, right? The fulfillment method, we're looking for products that are fulfilled by FBA and FBM and where Amazon is not the seller themselves, because that's going to be a really difficult product to compete on, right? Now, the minimum number of sellers is 1. and the maximum number is 2, because sometimes sellers have more than one offer on their own listing. Now, we're looking for a product that sells between normally 15 and 30 pounds, but we're going to expand that out a little bit more so we can see a few more things. And we're going to go for between 12 and 40 pounds, right? Now, looking at these revenues, you are actually, in this case, going to be ignoring parent level revenue and just go for the ASIN revenue, right? So the difference between parent level and ASIN, parent level is all of the variations of a certain particular product combined. ASIN revenue is each variation on its own, right? So let's say you're selling t-shirts. You could be selling 1,000 t-shirts, but selling 300 blue, 300 red, 300 green, and I don't know, 100 black as an example, right? So the ASIN level revenue is each variation, right? So you're looking for a variation. You're not looking for any results whereby the variation is selling less than £8,000 per month minimum, right? So that is what we can do under ASIN revenue per 8,000 minimum. Now you've input everything here correctly. So what you're going to do now is you can actually save this input of all of these inputs that you're putting here into Helium 10. You can actually save this configuration using this button here, right? So what I'm going to do here is click search. So it's going to take a second for these all to show up. And what I'm going to do is really, we're going to skip through these and filter them by 2 main considerations, right? You're not going to look for something that's so simple and obvious that everyone would have thought of it, and it's very difficult for you to actually customize, right? So for example, let's say A4 paper comes up here, right? A4 printer paper. How are you going to customize and differentiate yourself with A4 printer paper? You're not going to be able to make that look any different realistically, right? Now, on the other hand, you're not looking for something that's so complicated that it's either very specialist, something you don't know what it does, and something that's likely to go wrong and be returned, right? So we will definitely come across a few examples like that. And, for example, certain boiler parts or certain water filter parts or tap parts or plumbing parts or electric parts, you might find they're very specialist and things that you don't really understand about. So you might want to avoid those, right? So other thing, by the way, to consider is you don't want to be looking at anything that is very, very seasonal, right? So for example, right now it's become quite warm recently. So if you find, super summery products, barbecuing products, stuff like that, those are only really going to be popular for a couple of months, especially in the UK, right? So definitely consider the season when you're doing the research and avoid products which are only popular, particularly for summer, right? If you see a product that's popular for winter, that's a bit more promising because, in the UK, the weather is basically by default winter. So summery products, I kind of tend to avoid them if they're only ever going to be popular in the summer only, right? So this is a perfect example, actually. This is a very seasonal product. This, I can imagine, is only really most popular in the summer, right? Same with things like this. So let's keep scrolling through, looking for something that's not seasonal, not so simple, and not so complicated, right? Kids' night lights, not a bad idea. The problem with something like this is it's super simple. If you look at the shape of this, it's something that, you can see there are a lot of people selling the same thing. If you're to sell something that looks slightly different to this, that would be a good idea, right? But you're not necessarily looking for that exact same product. So again, some of these are pretty, that's something very, very specialist and very specific. So actually, let's use this one as the example, right? So as you can see here, this product does really, really well. It's not got a huge number of reviews. It's very sleek, it's very simple. But the problem is, I'm sure you can see there are lots of other sellers which sell similar types of designs, right? So we can see clearly this kind of product is very, very popular. So what we want to do is sell this exact same kind of product in a way that simply just looks a little bit different to your competitors, right? So what we're going to do here is we're going to use this phrase here, night lights for kids, right? We're going to take that to Alibaba. And you're going to plug that in there, right? Now, it's going to take a second for these to pop up. And what you're going to do is scan through these options that are popping up in front of you. However, what you want to do is you want to actually pull out the ones that catch your eye, right? Because the ones that are catching your eye are likely to catch customers' eyes as well. And when you open them up, you're going to go back to Amazon to see if anyone is actually selling similar products to that, right? So for example, one that's caught my eye almost immediately is this one here. Another one is this one here. We'll keep scrolling through. There aren't too many that have caught my eye just yet. I think this one does a little bit, but I feel like there are a lot of Spaceman nightlights of this design that I've actually seen before. Have a look. That one again is also a pretty nice design that caught my eye. So we've got about 3 ideas here, right? So what we're going to do, looking at these ideas, we're going to go back to Amazon and see if there are many people selling these same kinds of products, right? So if we look here, if we look through the similar items to this, we can see there aren't really many designs similar to what we've seen with these nightlights, right? Now, bearing in mind, these ideas are relatively unisex. So it's definitely something that I think could sell very, very well and that kids would be interested in, right? So what we would do is you're going to look at the costings of buying products like this at roughly 500 units, right? So you're not just going to get the cost price of the units, but you're also going to get the cost price of shipping towards you, right? And what that means is you can get a good, accurate impression of what this product is going to cost for you when you buy it in bulk, right? You're not basing your costs on samples because those samples are always going to be a little bit more expensive because the point of those samples is proof of concept to make sure you can sell the product easily before you go back and buy more, let's say like 500 units, right? So what we want to do on one of these products, I'm going to show you an example of how you could work out the cost of sending, let's say 500 units, right? So let's use this product as an example. Right. Now, this is a very generic design. It's unisex. It's kind of timeless as well, right? Even a 10-year-old, 12-year-old teenager could keep this as a nightlight on their desk and it, would still work. So let's take a rough cost price of 500 units, right? So you're going to take £6.37 and times that by 500. So what we're going to do here, so we're going to do £241 plus £3,200. That's going to give you a total of 3,441. Right. Now, as a rule of thumb, what you're going to do is times that number by 1.2 to account for import taxes and duty. Right. So you can times 1.2. That's going to equal 4,129. Right. That's going to be your total cost of purchasing and shipping 500 units of this product. Now, to find out your cost per unit, you're going to divide that £4,129 by 500. And now your cost per unit is £8.26, right? So what we're going to do is take a product just like this one, and we're going to put it into the UK FBA calculator. So let's type in UK FBA calculator into Google. You're going to go to this sellercentral.amazon.co.uk profitability calculator. You're going to click on this. Wait for this to load. You're going to click continue as guest. You are going to paste in the ASIN of your example here, which is this one here. And if this is selling at £21.99 and your cost price for the product is, what did we say, £8.26. If you are not VAT registered, you can actually change this to 0 and it will increase your profit margin quite a bit, right, to £9.31. If you are VAT registered, you're going to add 20% on here, but you're going to remove 20% from here, right? So it will mean either way, you should be making around 40% profit margin once you get rid of VAT, right? Or once you actually account for VAT either being in or out, generally that should even out to around 40% at least. That's a pretty good profit margin, right? You're making a net profit of just over £9, working out at 42%. Now, other costs that you can add in is, of course, cost of advertising. You can put that in the miscellaneous costs. So let's say you were to take roughly 10% of your sales price. So at £21.99, you'd say that advertising costs roughly £2.20. Right. So if you're to add in £2.20 for advertising, it would take your margin down to £7.11, or a net margin of 32%, right, which is still very, very good. Now, that is exactly how you are going to first do some product research to see what kind of interesting products are in demand, the kind of products that you could sell in the same way that just looks a bit different. Remember, it doesn't need to really be different. It just needs to look a bit different, right? Now, once you've opened up that product, which is this one. In fact, we can close these other examples for now, just to keep this simple. Once you've opened that up, you're going to come up with some examples, work out the costs of buying 500 units of this example. You can do the exact same thing here. You can do the exact same thing here. And you're going to take that cost, divide it by 500 units, which you're buying, to find out your cost per unit, which in this case of this product is £8.26 per unit. Then you're going to take that £8.26 per unit and your example product. You're going to go to the revenue calculator. You are going to input your example product, and then you're going to input your cost price, and that will normally give you your profit margin. Then you're going to add in 10% of your selling price as advertising costs, and that will give you your most accurate profit margin in the real world. Right? Now, when it comes to shipping cost to the Amazon FBA warehouse, you're not really going to have to account for that in this situation because you are going to be shipping directly from your supplier to the Amazon FBA warehouse. So there's not going to be an additional cost from shipping from your supplier to you and then to the Amazon FBA warehouse. It's going to be more like shipping directly from your supplier to your Amazon FBA warehouse directly, right? So with this, you don't want to jump straight into those 500 units, right? In fact, actually, what would be a really good idea for this product would be to buy just 50 units at £6.67 and have them shipped over for a mere £24, right? It will take a little while to get here, but that gives you time to set up an Amazon seller account, register a brand, and actually start creating a listing for this product, right? Now, it's really important, as I say, that you don't jump straight into buying 500 units of this product. First, start by buying a smaller batch, right? Because the biggest money saving hack overall, especially if you're doing private label, is to make sure that whatever products you sell, to buy a really small amount first to avoid losing money if it doesn't go the way you expect. You're not going to make money on that small batch first because that's not the point of it. You want to make sure those products sell before you buy bigger volumes. You're using that first sample batch as proof of concept because you can't sell 20, 30, 50. How do you plan to sell 500 or 1,000? I know some people do say that selling on Amazon FBA is way too competitive. Loads of people are already doing it. And that is true if you do copy what everyone else is doing, right? So for example, it's going to be very competitive if you use your product research tool to find your winning product and then sell that exact same kind of product. That's going to be difficult for you, right? However, if you use the product research tool to find a winning product and find a product that does the same as this in a way that just looks different, kind of like this, then things are going to work out much, much, much better for you, right? This has been amazingly successful for myself, my clients and students, because we look for unique ideas that most people are simply overlooking, right? We look for what products are in demand, what stuff people are buying, and sell the same kind of thing in a way that just looks a little bit different or even more interesting, right? That's where the money is. And the best bit is, if you set things up correctly to begin with, it's actually so passive to maintain. It's like your very own personal money machine, right? So if you do want my free tips that I've learned over the last 10 years and selling millions of pounds of products on Amazon, just click on the link below to learn more of that completely for free. Now, if you do have any questions at all or get stuck with something or anything doesn't make sense, reply to those notes that I email you and reply to those tips that I email you, and I'm going to get back to you and help you with whatever you need. The exact same thing goes for anything that I've ever emailed you in general. Just click reply to that email and I can answer anything that you'd like and clarify your understanding of anything, right? That is pretty much it for today. If you do want some one-to-one help with this and you're not really understanding exactly how you can move forward, then click below to have a little chat with me. And I can actually show you how to do this in real time in a way that will probably make a bit more sense for you in terms of how you can get started specifically on your own as well, right? That's pretty much it for today. As I say, it's an overview on how you can get started selling on Amazon FBA by finding a unique in-demand product to list as your own Amazon private label product. And as I promised, there are going to be so many more videos to break down this process so that you can understand in more detail. So if you did like this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video so you don't miss out on more completely free guides just like this. So you don't just save more money selling on Amazon, but you actually make more money getting started selling on Amazon too. If you do have any comments, suggestions, or anything you'd like to say, please drop them in the comments below. I'm going to be replying to all of those too. Thank you guys so much for joining today. I hope this has been really, really useful. Click below to actually get my notes on this process because they're going to be really helpful for you. And I thank you guys so much for watching today. Happy selling. I'll see you in the jungle.